Hello, everybody. Welcome back to That's Life podcast. I'm your host, Abby Luckett, and life has a lot of highs, a lot of lows, and many in-betweens, but the thing that remains consistent is our God. So let's see what we talk about today. And every time you hear my name, there is also an and Ryan behind it, because that's what we're known for, is Abby and Ryan, package deal, us as a pair. And today is no different, because wherever I am, there my husband is, and wherever he is, there Lucky I will be also. And then comes Lucky trailing behind. And actually today was really cute because we're trying to do this thing where we'll go into a room and try to teach her, like, you don't have to come into every single room with us, because she likes to follow us everywhere, which
Velcro dog.
I'm fine with. Ryan is like, maybe like we shouldn't do that.
Well, I just think it teaches her small wins. Or wait, it doesn't teach her small wins. I think it just teaches her that every time we close a door and are not there, we come back, and it helps whenever we leave.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I just think it's so adorable that she goes everywhere, and I like that. I'm sorry, I do. But anyways, today, episode 2 of I don't really know what I'm titling this series for March. Last week, I just did like a life update, and today is no different. Today is just going to be a yap with us. So maybe I should just call it like Yappy March.
Could you say yap?
March and yap.
March and yap.
March and yap. Because one thing about me is that I love a good walk and talk moment, okay? And so this is more of just like a we sit and we chat kind of vibe.
Okay, I like that.
So, Ryan, tell me a little bit about yourself. What's been going on? What's new? What's new in the life of you as husband, friend, dog dad, that they may not know, because they kind of know my recent thoughts.
Your thoughts on what?
Well, like my recent, like what I've been going through, like Austin Marathon and changes, the show, our marriage. What's like the biggest thing when I'm like, oh, how's your heart? Like what pops into your heart or your brain?
Can I not answer that last question and just talk about what's been going on in my life?
Yeah.
Okay. So February was crazy in the sense of Abby had her show, so I didn't really get to see her much. And nighttime was basically spent by myself. It was like we were kind of engaged again. That's what it kind of felt like.
Yeah, a little bit, except with the dog.
Yeah, and I had Lucky to hang out with, so I wasn't too lonely. But I feel like all of February was kind of just go. Abby's teaching, Abby's dancing or acting, whatever. And
I need to shut this window. There's this bird that's like...
I like that bird. It's like natural.
Yeah, but do you think they like that bird?
Yeah. It's like we're having filming a podcast outside.
Have you seen a podcast be filmed outside before?
We're doing it right now. I have seen a podcast filmed outside.
And it didn't bother you with the bird being like...
No, does it bother you right now?
No, I kind of like it, but I don't know if someone's like on their run trying to like zone in right now and they just hear... That was pretty good.
Not really.
That was very good.
No.
Okay, I guess I'm leaving the window open. I'm sorry all the runners out there that are annoyed right now.
Why just runners? Like, why can it not be like somebody driving in their car?
Well, or someone driving in their car. Well, because when I'm thinking about zoning in, I think about running. But I also just only listen to podcasts when I run.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I associate that. Like sometimes if I hear stuff in the background of podcasts when I'm on my runs, I'm like, change. And I like skip to the next one or like find a different one.
What kind of background noise?
Like, I don't know, an air vent or like...
Really? I don't
babies playing on the floor with toys or like just things like...
Interesting. I've never listened to a podcast and heard a baby playing on the floor.
I have.
Wow.
But it's not a bad thing. I'm just like
Abby's calling whoever that is out.
No, I'm not. I still listen to their podcast weekly. But I get sensory overload. And so my brain will fixate on like the background noise. Mm.
You have a squirrel brain.
I have a squirrel brain. Like, for example, when we are talking or having a conversation, if the TV is on, like, at volume 2, I'm like, you have to turn it off. Not because I don't really like the TV on, but not because, like, it's annoying me, but because I can't focus on what you're telling me because I'm listening for the TV.
Yeah, that's something that I noticed really early on in our marriage is any sort of background noise, even, like, music. In the car, Abby and I can't really have a conversation in the car with music on. The music has to be turned off. So it's either we're 100% listening to music or we are 100% talking or just sitting in silence. There's not really an in-between.
Sometimes at restaurants when there's music playing and I know the song, I zone out and I just have to like try to keep up with the conversation that's happening. Like it's the worst when I'm meeting new people because then I'm listening to like, we will rock you. But they're like, and then Jesus saved me. And I'm like, wait, I missed a couple chapters because I'm just listening to We Will Rock You in the background.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, I interrupted you. You were talking about February and how we felt like we were engaged.
Wait, you interrupted me? No.
All right, okay, for a second, I see all the comments, okay? I've seen all the comments about why have your husband on if you're going to interrupt him and speak over him the whole time, and Abby just interrupts. People, I've worked on it a lot, okay? I still have a lot to work on.
I'm just kidding. It doesn't really bother me.
I don't really notice it. That's the problem, is I don't really notice it. I'm trying, though. When I do realize it, I say I'm sorry and I stop myself.
Well, I think more so, like, it doesn't really bother me that much. I just think it's just in your brain that if you want to speak, you just yell.
Well, I don't think it's
like,
the volume.
It's not but I'm saying like you just go. It's not like you just like sit there and think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, and just keep listening. And you're just like, I
actually read in the Bible today that like love. It was in Proverbs. I think it was 18 through 20, somewhere within those chapters. I read.
Sidetracked again.
No. It was saying how like if you love to listen to yourself talk, like that's a bad thing, and like you need to listen more than speaking, and people that love to speak and love to talk, basically it's going to lead you to destruction. Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, I love to talk. Like I love speaking. I love talking. Like that's the extrovert in me. But then I put it into ChatGPT, but I kind of already could use context clues to know that it wasn't like, okay, extroverts are sinners. Like, yeah, I mean, everyone's a sinner, but because you're an extrovert, that equals sin. Like I knew that wasn't the case, but it just kind of stripped it down. And it was like, no, it's just when you talk and all you want to do is just listen to yourself and, you know, all these things, kind of like getting greedy with your words and self-righteous in a way, that's when it leads to destruction.
I feel like there's somewhere in the Bible where it talks about the quiet person that uses few words to speak. When they speak, people really listen because it's usually wisdom coming out. But the person that just blah, 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 like over talks and constantly has something to say, people kind of tone them out because typically it's foolishness that comes out.
Well, yeah, they say
I'm not saying that for you. I'm just saying there's something in the Bible that, because I feel like even in like Bible studies that I've been in, there's been times where you have these people, I don't know, if you've been in a life group or any sort of group like that, you have these people in there that don't speak a lot, but you'll go weeks and you don't hear them really say much. But when they do, everybody turns and listens. Yeah. They're like, wait. I want to hear what this guy has to say or this girl has to say because I haven't heard them talk yet.
Every time I go to Bible study, I am like, this is going to be the time that I don't try to answer every single question.
Well, you should make that a goal of yours.
Yeah. And I have gotten a lot better. I usually speak. So we have like a scripture passage a day. So we go over all 7 days. So there's like 7 things that we go over and then we pray and then whatever. And I've stripped it down each time. So I started at like 4.
What kind of Bible study are you guys doing right now?
It's Bible in a year.
I know. I'm asking for the podcast.
So I go to Bible study.
I'm married to you.
So I do a Bible in a year Bible study, but it's like a Bible in a year synopsis. So you're not fully reading the entire Bible in a year. You're reading pieces of different places in the Bible that over the year you get the like Spark Note version, basically.
So it's basically like creation, big piece of creation, big piece of fall.
Yeah.
Big like, piece of Old Testament kind up to Jesus. And then
it's more so, at least right now, like each week we study a different trait in the Bible. So like 1 week was worship, 1 week was discipleship.
Oh, so it jumps back and forth.
Yeah. It jumps all around.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. Like the first week was creation. And like another week was the Holy Spirit. And so it just like focuses on different aspects in the Bible, and cool. It jumps around each day to different passages and scriptures. Like one was friendship, and so it jumps around to all the things about friendship in the Bible. It's really, really cool. I like it. But anyways, there's 7 days of it, so we all go over it every week of like what stood out to us, yada yada yada. And I kept telling myself that in my head. I was like, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Like listen. Because it's not that I want to speak over people. Like I realize that is a fault that I have, but I just get so eager to share. Like I just love to share. I was always the person in elementary school, middle school, high school that like when no one answered, my hand shot up.
Well, that's part of your like upbeat spirit and personality. I feel like people saying like quit interrupting, it's not them saying like we don't want to hear Abby like speak. You have so much wisdom and like amazing things to talk about, and everybody wants to hear you speak. I think more so it's just interruptions.
Well, that's sweet that you say that.
Like I mean, I tune into That's Life Potty every week so that I can hear what my wife has to say, and typically I've already heard her tell me all of it.
Well, that's sweet. I do think, though, that, like, talking too much is a bad thing. Like,
well, there's a balance.
The more you speak, the more opportunity there is for you to say something without thinking. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. My mouth moves faster than my brain sometimes, and I'll say things, and then I have to be like, wait, I, like, literally didn't even mean that. Yeah. And it's just, like, silly things.
I feel like that's a good lesson, though, to slow down.
Yeah, definitely, which you've taught me a lot about that. But it does say in the Bible, like, even fools appear wise when they're silent, and it's like
that's the verse I was trying to get at. I don't remember where that's at.
I think it's in Proverbs. I swear I'm in Proverbs right now. I swear I like just recently read it.
Okay,
but yeah, I don't know. Silence is something that I am working on, and I think I've come a long way because, and we don't have to stay on this topic too long because I know I'm kind of like beating a dead horse, but I think it developed like big time in high school. Because I've kind of told you a little bit about this, but I felt like I always had to be like the personality hire, like the entertainer. Mm-hmm. Like people would say, oh, let's invite Abby so it's not awkward. And automatically I would put this pressure on myself to be like, okay, well, I have to make it fun. And I've talked to I work at a high school for their musical, and I've talked to some other high schoolers who kind of feel the same thing too. So I'm like, maybe it's like the performer in us.
Gotta be a musical thing.
I don't know if you ever felt that,
no.
Like growing up.
No, I've just always been like super humble, super naturally funny.
You've always been the chill guy though.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say something though?
You can say whatever you want. That was very much sarcasm for those that didn't catch up on that.
Which I've learned a lot about your sarcasm, and I've learned how to understand it now. I haven't always been able to do that. But can I make a guess? And this is like totally stereotyping you, so this might offend you, but I don't mean to offend you at all.
I'm going to be so offended.
But like middle school through college, maybe not as much college because you start to mature a lot more, but like middle school through whatever age you stop caring about popularity, or that never happens, but you know, whatever. Were I feel like this is so like low-key mean, but were you the guy that like could just naturally like be himself because you were good looking?
See, the thing is though, I feel like I wasn't, maybe in middle school, but in high school I had braces, and there's nothing wrong with this, but like
if you have braces.
No, but I'm saying like I wasn't myself then. Like I had really horrible Justin Bieber swoopy hair, but I had braces and acne.
That was the look though, the swoopy hair, and everyone had braces.
One thing about me that I feel like most people probably don't know is I had really bad acne as a kid.
Did you?
Like I had back acne.
How did I not know this?
Acne all over my back. I would get it on my arms.
This is news to me.
What? I just honestly forgot about it. But I had, what's that brand? Like the really strong acne brand.
Oh, Accutane?
Yes, I had to take that.
Did it? I've heard it causes depression sometimes.
Well, I wasn't depressed. I was really happy because it took away my acne.
Did it make your lips chapped?
Oh my gosh. There's the thing is very chapped lips and very dry skin. I remember I would keep a lotion bottle in my car, like in the drink holder in the car.
In the cup holder?
Yes, in the cup holder in the car. And every morning before school, I would like douse myself in lotion because my skin would be so dry, especially when it was cold out. And
I didn't know you were on. How long were you on Accutane?
I don't remember. It was at some point in high school, sophomore, junior year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, me and my parents, mainly me and my mom, we tried everything. Like I don't remember all the stuff that we tried, like the different soaps and stuff. And I just dealt with really, really bad acne. Luckily, I didn't pick at my face a lot, so I don't have scars from it.
Did it hurt?
The acne?
Yeah.
No, I mean I would have pimples that hurt, and like I still get a few pimples every now and then.
It's not acne though.
No, I mean I'm talking. It was bad.
Like red and bumpy.
Yes, and I would get it on my arms and stuff too.
Do you think some of it was from sports because you're sweating a lot?
I doubt it.
Build up.
No, because I mean once I was off Accutane, sports never really. But I mean I had scars on my back from it.
Aww,
yeah, but you can tell sometimes I have acne on my back still.
No, I think that's just like pimples though.
Yeah, I know, but
did it ever like make you like sad or self-conscious?
Not really. I think I was too young. Not too young, but I never really struggled with confidence as a kid.
Period. I love that.
And
I pray our kids are that way too.
I don't know why. I think a lot of it comes from being the youngest sibling, and just I was always around my older brothers and my older sister. So I feel like I just kind of grew into maturity quicker.
Yeah.
Even though I was a very, I don't know how the best way to say it other than idiot. I was a very not smart kid and I made really poor decisions. I still had a mature brain because I was constantly around, like my oldest brother he's 8, 9 years older than me now. So I feel like I always kind of had this maturity about me.
Yeah.
That it didn't really bother me that much. Obviously I went to long depths to figure out why it was happening. So it definitely affected me, but not to the point where I feel like I've heard, other people, and rightfully so, really struggle with something like that.
Yeah.
And it really hurts their confidence, like to where they don't even want to leave the house.
Yeah.
But I never really had that. I will say the one thing that I did struggle with was locker rooms. I didn't want to take my shirt off.
Why?
Because of the acne on my back.
Oh.
The face didn't really bother me, but like I would wear short sleeves under my basketball jersey so that you couldn't see my arms.
Jesus knew what he was doing when he had me not do sports, because if I were to have to go in a locker room and change in front of a bunch of people, I would have been so self-conscious.
No, yeah.
Like just body image wise, which I guess sometimes
I thought you were going to talk about sweating. I was like, you ran every day of your life.
Yeah, I did run. I've always kind of run before. I've always been an early riser, run before school kind of girl. Okay, let me ask you this. When was your first girlfriend?
What a curveball.
Well, no, I'm tracking because you say like you weren't good looking and you had acne and braces and Bieber hair, but when was your first girlfriend?
Okay, I was good looking as a kid.
Okay, thank you. Because I do think, and this is a bold claim, but pretty privilege is a thing.
Oh, is that where you're getting at?
I mean, a little bit. Like, were you in the popular crowd?
I mean, I don't really, I had a very distinct friend group, but like in high school and stuff, but I also had friends in like other crowds. I was really close with a group of guys, but then I also had friends in other crowds as well. So I feel like I kind of just gravitated towards them, and I don't think we were like the most popular by any means, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like think of it that way.
I think just girls, maybe it's not girls, but specific brain types like mine just think in depth about everything.
Like my closest friend in high school, he played sports with me. We played basketball and baseball together. I would consider him like the good looking guy and the popular kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Would he consider you that?
No, I don't think he would.
How long did you have braces till?
So I actually had braces in 5th grade.
Oh, I had braces in 3rd grade.
Because my 2 front teeth, if you're watching on the YouTube, you'll see, but my 2 front teeth sat front and back, and they had to fix that. It was so bad, and so I had braces on my front 4 teeth.
I want to see that. That's so cute.
Yeah, we need to pull up a picture of that because it's actually really funny. But then,
so they were like behind, one in front of the other?
No, not one in front of the other, but like they sat like this.
Oh, I see. See, I had a gap.
Yeah, I don't think mine was more so a gap, but you could see the gap, but it was more center. So they gave me braces for that. And my teeth were actually pretty straight, once I had that, some minor things. But then I got braces again. I want to say it was my junior year of high school, and I had them pretty much through senior year.
People that have naturally straight teeth are my Roman Empire. Yeah. I'm like, literally how?
Yeah.
Like they just grow straight? What do you mean?
I am a very big teeth guy.
That's one of the biggest compliments you get is your teeth.
Well, the other thing is, like I was saying, I would love to have veneers.
What?
Yeah.
I have 2. You can have mine. I don't like them.
Oh, okay. Well,
I get annoying.
I just think it would be so cool to just have perfectly white teeth and just don't have to worry about it.
I think you have beautiful teeth.
No,
they're very white.
I like my teeth, but I'm just saying if I could choose one thing, like how some people are like, oh, I would want to get whatever the injections or whatever,
like lip injections,
or like forehead stuff. Like if I could pick one thing, it would be to just have veneers, so I don't have to worry about my teeth anymore.
You worry about them currently?
No, but that's like they're
upkeep.
perfect. Yeah, they're not gonna.
Would you not brush your teeth ever again?
Oh, I would brush my teeth.
You would brush your fake teeth?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure you do. I mean, you still would get morning breath and stuff.
I brush my fake teeth because they're mixed in with the real ones.
Yeah.
But flossing is hard because you have to get up in there and
Yeah.
I don't really floss much. I'm not going to lie.
Back to the original question. My first girlfriend was,
oh, yeah.
I think in 6th grade.
Mr. I'm not good looking had a girlfriend in 6th grade.
That was my first kiss too.
But you had your first kiss in 6th grade?
It was 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember.
6, 7.
Yeah, we're going to cut that.
6, 7. Okay, wait. Riddle me this. Okay, so how old were you when you had your first kiss?
It was either 6th or 7th grade.
So you were like 12?
Yeah, whatever that age is. I don't know.
So my first kiss was when I was 16. Well, actually, no, pause. I was 15 and I had a stage kiss. But my actual real kiss was I was 16.
Dang, they let 15-year-olds have stage kisses?
Oh, yeah. It was high school. I mean, I
Like
was a freshman.
Tongue and everything?
Well, no. I mean, a stage kiss isn't with... Well, actually, I did do one stage kiss with tongue.
Wow.
It was like my friend, though. There's no meaning behind those kisses.
They got the High School Musical rated R.
Well, okay, if you think about it, I mean, high school is different than college and post-grad, especially when it's your job, like, and you're getting paid for it. Like, there's no meaning behind it. Like, it's just your...
Yeah, I know, but it's still crazy to think that
in high school
they're out giving tongue on stage with a bunch of freshmen in the audience.
Well, now they've changed it to where that we'll do the thumb trick.
Yeah, the thumb trick.
Which you know the thumb trick?
Well, you've taught me the thumb trick.
Oh, I have? I don't remember teaching you that.
Yeah, well, we didn't do it together, but I remember Morgan and you talking about it one day.
Ryan and I's first kiss, I did the thumb trick, so we actually didn't kiss.
It was just a stage. It was a practice.
It was just a stage kiss. But they do that now. But back in my day, like, I remember we would sit in a room and the teacher would, like, not actually lock us in the room, but she would just have us go in there and then we would just stand there and we would come out when we had kissed.
Yeah, our high school experiences were a lot different. We didn't have a theater team in high school.
A theater team?
Or theater group, whatever it's called.
A theater team?
Theater group.
You didn't? At all? Are you sure?
Oh, we didn't have theater in high school.
You just... Really?
We had a dance team that, like, danced for, like, us, like, our
like
team
sports?
at halftime.
Are you sure you didn't have one, or did you have one and you just didn't know it?
I'm, like, almost certain we didn't have a school play.
Do you think they have one now? I'm sure they have one now.
Highly doubt it.
Really?
Highly doubt it.
Okay, if you went to Butler, or if you go to Butler in Louisville, Kentucky, let us know. Do you have a musical theater program? Because I find that very hard to believe, especially for a public school. Yeah, that's really sad if so.
Yeah, my high school is not the type to have a musical theater program.
Oh, musical season is the best. Like, there's nothing that beats your high school musical season, and I did it in college.
That's like the same thing as saying, like, baseball season's the best season or basketball season's the best season.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is
that true?
A way better season than...
But when you're not currently playing baseball, don't you still have to, like, train? Like the off-season training?
Well, it's like practice, yeah.
Oh. I mean, I don't know anything about sports.
Well, for my high school career, the beginning of the school year, basketball had already started. So basketball goes on, and then as soon as basketball was done for me, I went straight into baseball. So I didn't really have much of an off season for baseball because I was still playing basketball. And then once basketball season ended, I just hopped straight into baseball.
So if our kids come up to you and they tell you that they want to watch or they want to do musical theater and they don't want to play sports at all, what are you going to say?
I'm going to say you don't have a choice. Put that glove on. Take this basketball.
Put that glove as in the white glove so you can do jazz hands on stage?
No, baseball glove. No, I will direct them towards sports at a young age.
And I will direct them towards music, and we'll see which one they gravitate towards.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do both. Like, you can have a Troy Bolton moment, but it comes to a certain age when you have to choose at some point. Like, remember
I disagree.
when you were... No. Pause. Remember when you were, like, really, really young and you could do, like, 8 million different activities?
Yeah.
And then you get older and you have to zone in. I'm not saying you can't do 2 or 3, but if you want to really excel in something, you need to put your time and energy into that.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think that kids nowadays are losing the art of doing multiple things, and it leads to burnout quicker.
Yeah, actually, I would agree, especially like in today's world of hustle, grind, become the best at what you do. I feel like, and this is totally me just like guessing, I have nothing to back this up, but since you brought that up, I'm kind of like, I bet now with social media, it's only heightening people in their sport or in whatever they do being the best.
Well, nowadays too,
like the ultimate best.
Nowadays too, everybody has a specific trainer for this sport, and during the off season, they're training for that, and seasons are so long.
Yeah,
I just think that kids should play multiple sports or do multiple activities. It not only like broadens their horizon and helps them not run into a wall because they get so sick of training for one specific thing their entire life. But also, like, it teaches them that this one thing is not your entire life and your entire identity. So that if it does come crashing down, in the highly likelihood that you don't become a professional whatever, it's not like the end of the world whenever you have to give it up. Mm-hmm. Like, you've done other things in your life.
You know, that's interesting. You hear so many stories of kids that trained so hard and were prodigies when they were young, and then they get burned out and they stop when they're older. Do you think the people that trained their whole lives, like the Ariana Grandes of the world, or the I don't know athletes' names, but these like people who started when they were young and they're like the best of the best, like, do you think that they got burnout but just kept going in that burnout, or do you think they never hit burnout?
Well, I think success is the ultimate payoff for stuff like that. So you'll probably see, like, talk to these people outside, and a lot of them probably are like, yeah, I mean, it's a grind. I have to choose to do this. I don't have this joy of doing this every day. But once you, like, hit these mountaintops of, say, you're the best basketball player in the country in college, or for Ariana Grande, what does she do? Sing and act? Mm-hmm. She's the best. She wins a... What do you win if you're a good actor? Like a Grammy?
Well, there's Oscars, Grammys, Tonys.
She wins an Oscar. Okay. So, like, she would probably say that award makes all the grinding worth it. But to what we know is it's not going to fill the God-sized hole in her heart, which she doesn't know that if she's not a Christian. But what I'm saying is, eventually there's going to be a time, and you hear this probably a lot in Hollywood, you hear this a lot with athletes, like Tom Brady said this after winning like 4 Super Bowls. He was like, I just want the next one. I just want the next one. And eventually I feel like you get to this place where you end up realizing that, wow, this isn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be, because an Oscar or a Grammy or a championship isn't going to fill what God intended to be filled by him and his presence.
Yeah. But do you think then it's bad to reach that level of success?
No, I don't think it's bad. I think actually it's very God honoring if you do it for his glory and not to get a piece of metal. Yeah.
But then I will say, I'm sure there comes a time where the like Forrest Frank or Josiah Queen or you know, these people that are very, very, or Brandon Lake, Lauren Daigle, like they are known as Christian singers, okay? Worship singer, concert people. I'm sure they have to constantly battle seeking popularity, success of the world in the Christian space as well, because even like I feel that as a content creator, like what content creator or what person who posts on social media on some version of the scale isn't like, I hope people see this. I hope people comment. I hope people like. I hope it's all good things. I hope I get validated. Like that's something I find myself having to be like, stop checking for validation. Just interact like with your friends, you know.
But you're saying
these
for them,
people on like these huge scales, like if I feel like that with, you know, our Instagram page, like what do you think these people they show up to these concerts and they see all these people there? How do you fight that and not act on that? Wow, they're all here for me. Like, no, they're here for God.
I think the important thing is you don't fight that once you get on the stage. That's a renewing of your mind way before you ever got there. And I think like it's like you practice for something for so long, way before the lights turn on and you actually play the game. So it's very similar to that. And it's like, if you didn't prep and practice, like if you didn't renew your mind and fix your eyes on Jesus day after day and, you know, ask God to like lead, like have the Spirit lead you and follow his word and hold true to that, then if you never did any of that and you got up on the stage and you saw all these thousands of people, I'm sure that it would be very easy for them to be like, yep, this is about me. I deserve this. Yeah. But the fight for that started probably a long time. Like they would probably tell you, I don't know any of them. That is probably an ongoing battle, but it starts in their closet, their prayer closet. It starts in the word every single day. Yeah. When they're all alone. Yeah. I feel like, go ahead.
Well, I'm kind of changing the topic.
Well, I just feel like when you're all alone and there's nobody around, that's where you truly build your faith. And I feel like the word that comes to mind is your integrity. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, it's what you do in the private moments and in the silence that help you have an intimate relationship with Jesus. Like when he comes to earth, I don't want him to look at me and be like, I never knew you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so easy to be so vocal about it, at least for like the extroverts of the world or the performers of the world. But it's like, what are you doing in your private moments?
Yeah.
But what I was going to kind of curveball, and we can end on this, is like, I feel like, especially now, there's a lot going on in Hollywood. And Ryan doesn't really know as much about it because he just kind of like keeps on going. But I am very, very interested in just, you know, what is happening in Hollywood right now.
Jim Carrey's a fake person?
I don't think Jim Carrey is a fake person, okay? But I just find the theory interesting. Same with Selena Gomez. I just find it interesting. But I believe that they're real people. Okay. However,
you know why Jim Carrey looks different?
Botox. Okay, but he did have a different eye color.
I feel like
that was a little sus.
Colored contacts.
Okay, if you don't know what we're talking about, look up the Jim Carrey is not real theory. Okay.
If you don't know what we're talking about, are you living under a rock?
Okay, anyways, but would you have even known that if I wouldn't have told you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I live under a rock.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this, okay? There's a lot happening in Hollywood right now, whether that be with all of this stuff that's going on. Also, there's this other sub pocket of like demonic stuff happening in Hollywood, which has always happened, but more of it is coming to light. And then also there's a lot of people in Hollywood right now getting very skinny. So there's just all of this stuff happening, and there's a lot. But there is also so much good happening. Mm-hmm. Like all these people are getting saved. Like, I mean, the biggest standout for me is Jelly Roll, which he's getting some heat right now too, but whatever. We're not going to get into it. But
Chris Pratt.
Yes, Chris Pratt. Obviously, you know, Forrest Frank and these people, but there's other ones too. Oh, Leo Skivity, I think is his name.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy on TikTok. The one that is like really big,
guy.
The bald guy.
Yeah, I like that
he's
guy.
reading his Bible. I don't know if he's like professed Jesus Christ as Lord of his life, but he's interested in reading the Bible. There are just these people that are like getting interested in the word. Like I think Alex Warren is a Christian now.
I don't know who that is.
He sings The Ordinary.
Oh, great song.
Yeah, I think he's a Christian.
Wow.
Anyways,
That's
all
awesome.
that to say, there may be a lot happening, and there is a lot of evil in this world. Like that's inevitable. Sin entered the world, and I read Adam and Eve. Okay, but
read
Genesis 1 through whatever. Okay. But anyways,
I love the book of Adam and Eve.
But there's just so good. And I feel like that's so motivating as believers to be like, no, like we are literally representation. We are the representation of the Savior who non-believers will never meet face to face unless we represent that and tell them. And I just feel, and those aren't my words, I heard that in church last night, but that like sat with me because I'm like, these people will never meet him face to face, but I could be an influence to them.
Yeah, the closest thing to Jesus they'll ever probably meet is a Christian.
Yeah. And so not that I think it's like I necessarily am like, oh, I hate this when, well, okay, actually, I don't love when like Christians debate, oh my gosh, this person said this and this person did this and they're Christian. And like when Christians go against Christians, which again, it's all on a grand scale. I'm not saying that as a blanket statement because if like my friend came up to me and was like, hey, Abby, I saw you do this. We need to talk about it. I'd be like, yes, thank you. But when you get these keyboard warriors going at each other, it's like, why are we having Christians on Christians? Like, let's just all go out and spread the love of Jesus. Use your energy that way. Because there are so many people in the world right now who don't know the love of Christ. But anyways, that's my 2 cents. And I just feel like when we go through our days on mission and keep Christ at the center of it, it removes a lot of this clutter and makes things a lot more simple. Now, it's a lot easier said than done. Obviously, I'm not perfect at this. Like, yeah, I fall short all the time of not doing things the way that I guess God would necessarily want us to, you know, but I think that's the beauty of the love of God is that we're never going to be able to do enough. Ever. And we don't have to work for his love. We just get it. So it's like, just go. Matthew 28:19. Just go. Just be free.
The way you said that ending was funny.
I was trying to wrap it up. I was just trying to wrap it up in a way that like ended on a positive note because I feel like I'm kind of being harsh. Like I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm
not being harsh at all.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it ties back to what we were talking about at the beginning of using your words wisely and picking and choosing how you speak and thinking before you speak. And I think there's power in that. The tongue is incredibly deceitful and evil, and we try and control it and tame it as best as possible, and that is by the Spirit of God.
Which is why staying silent sometimes is the best.
There you go.
To kind of full circle it. That's why the more you talk, the more your tongue can lead you down a path you don't want it to lead you down.
But there's also a part of it where the last thing you want to do is be passive and silent in a moment where God wants you to speak up. And that can be very uncomfortable, or it can be something you don't want to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. It means you have to step out in faith and do something that God's calling you to do.
Yeah, I
really don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's not for my gain, it's for Christ.
You know what that was for me when I first started feeling that? Little like, I don't want to do this, but I feel like I should. It was raising my hands in worship. It was like back in the day in high school, and I was like, I went to a church where like people didn't really raise their hands.
Now you're hitting that nay-nay.
Now I do it all the time. I'm like running around, jumping. But yeah, I went to a church growing up that like didn't really do that, you know? We just kind of like stood there, and honestly, I would say more people didn't sing than did sing. And so I would always feel like, put your hands up. And I was like, I don't want to do it. But then one day I just did. And then the rest is history. And that's all she wrote. And now my arms are more in the air than they're not, I feel like, or they're out to the side, or they're punching, or they're playing the air drums. I hit the air drums a lot in worship.
I will say though, like, just because you don't put your hands up in worship doesn't mean like you're doing something wrong. No,
I know, but like I wanted to, like I felt the urge to do it, but I thought it was like weird because nobody else was. And so I mean, there are plenty of times I go to worship and I literally just stand there and I'm more connected. Like I am like zoned in with Jesus. So I don't know. There's not a certain look to worship, but I'm getting in the weeds of it all. You can worship however you want to worship. That was just my example.
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong?
No, you didn't say anything wrong.
Your silence is...
I thought that was the wrapping up.
Oh, this is the wrapping up. Okay. Yeah. This is the wrapping up. Well, then I guess that's it.
All right.
Then I guess we leave you. Hey, everybody, listen, everybody. Out there across the screen. We love you all a lot.
Also,
this bun looks so big.
You said everybody out there. We have friends in Canada.
We do.
We have friends in Brazil. We have friends in South Africa.
Whoop.
We have friends in this weird, small, I don't even know if it exists anymore, state called Ohio. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Ohio is a term that the kids use nowadays. It's like one of the I'm slang
joking to all my
words.
Ohioans out there.
I'm pretty sure it means like boring.
Oh, really?
I think I don't think it's a good word
like that's like
to it. I think Ohio means like boring or bland. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it means.
Oh, well, Cincinnati's great. I've been to Cincinnati plenty of times.
Yeah, Cincinnati's fun. I like it. I went to camp there one time, to a theater camp at the University of Cincinnati.
It's cool.
Yeah, I auditioned for the theater program. I didn't get in.
Yeah, they said, Abby Murphy, yuck. They didn't say that.
Rude. All right. Hey, listen, I love you all. Jesus loves you. And that's life. Bye.